I love this channel because honestly, your responses are so bad and poorly thought out that all you're doing is helping the body positivity movement.
Well, I'm glad the body positivity movement finds my videos useful. Hey everyone, today I thought it would be fun to do a different type of video responding to some of the hate comments / criticisms I get on my videos. So here we go. The video this person is commenting on is one where I said that you can't say that thin people are stealing chairs from fat people, specifically double wide chairs, unless those chairs are specifically labeled for fat people. And if they're not, then they're open for anyone to use. Example, the best you can come up with is the chair's not labeled for fat people use. Seriously? Then why is it a double wide chair to start with? Why is the chair double wide? Maybe because it's made for multiple people? Maybe a parent and child? Maybe multiple children? Maybe it's made to give extra space for disabled people to get into and out of? I can't know exactly why the double wide chair is there unless it's labeled, and that was kind of my point. What more labeling do you expect? I didn't think I needed to go into this much detail, but what I mean by a label is like a sign. You know how handicap parking spots have the handicap sign painted on the ground, or they have a sign that labels it as for handicap parking? Yeah, like a sign like that. You could put up a plaque that says, these chairs are for people of a certain size. Or you could put a sign in front of the chair, like on the ground. Or you could put a piece of paper on the chair, or a sticky note, or anything like that. You know, like a label. Your whole channel is built on grasping at straws, and I humbly thank you for exposing the complete lack of convincing arguments against BOPO. Be well and keep on keeping on. Thank you so much for your encouragement. It means the world to me.
It's annoying that people like you, who have only experienced skinny or no shaming at all, try to exclude obese people from body positivity.
Okay, I don't know whose video you watched to then make this comment, but I have never said or even implied that obese people don't belong in body positivity. I've said that body positivity isn't exclusively for obese people, as the fat acceptance movement likes to claim it is. And what makes you think I've never experienced fat shaming? That is a weird assumption.
In some clips, I felt your opinion was the same type of ignorant as the opinion of a fat person. It's shaming from both sides. I think it's sad that you try hard to make it look like you're the good one in this. Smiley face.
Thank you for your comment. I don't know where you caught me shaming someone, but I, of course, frame my videos like I'm correct. The people in the videos I react to act like they're right, and I assume that I'm more right, because it would be really weird for me to frame my own opinions like they're wrong. You can disagree with me, but to be like,
how dare you think your opinions are correct?
On my own commentary channel is really weird.
Set point theory is a real thing. It's not about behavior or diet. It's your brain attempting to keep you at a weight that it likes, and that weight could be an unhealthy weight. I just learned this from my surgical weight loss doctor. Weight loss surgery resets the set point to a lower weight.
All right, first of all, some people have told me that set point theory is real and that I'm wrong. Set point theory, the way the fat acceptance movement frames it, does not exist. They argue that no matter what someone eats or how they exercise, it doesn't matter because their body has a preset size, and that size can be 300 plus pounds. You could make a case for two women that are the same height, both consuming the same amount of calories, consuming the same food, and one could weigh 125 pounds and one of them could weigh 145 pounds. That could make sense. But you can't have a third woman that's also the same height that weighs 300 pounds and is eating the exact same food. That just doesn't exist. And that's the type of set point theory that I say does not exist. Your body doesn't just want to be 300 pounds. You are feeding it to be 300 pounds. Because most of your weight is still determined by your food and your exercise. And what does this person mean when they say your brain is attempting to keep you at an unhealthy weight? Is the brain just preset to this size from birth, or does it just decide one day that it wants you at an unhealthy weight? And if weight loss surgery is meant to reset this set point, wouldn't the surgery be done on the brain because that's what's controlling the set point? I don't know what this doctor you saw for this surgery said, but I feel like you misinterpreted it.
I cannot agree with the underlying message of this video. It is one thing to acknowledge potential pieces of misinformation throughout these TikToks and to fact check them. It is entirely different to invalidate one's struggles. Also, fatness isn't a medical condition, obesity is, and if one struggles with a condition, it is not merely a matter of choosing this lifestyle. There are many predisposed factors. If you would do your research, you would realize this. Fatness within a threshold, which one is not considered medically obese, is not considered destructive to one's body. Being within a BMI range in which one is not considered obese is the default healthy size.
I think this woman said I'm wrong for using the term fat or fatness instead of obese, but I'm using the same terminology as the people in the videos I'm reacting to. I use the word fat, thin, fatness, just like the fat acceptance community does. So unless you're commenting on their videos telling them to use the correct BMI specific terminology, then what's the problem? She also said that thin isn't the default size, that a healthy size is considered not obese. But those are the same thing, except for the fact that you can also be considered underweight. But if you're mad at me for saying thin but not excluding underweight people, then you're just being nitpicky.
In another video, you discussed how insensitive body positivity enthusiasts have been to the BDD community. You should also check yourself. I was thoroughly disgusted when you said in response to a woman not being able to fit into Target sizes that she should just go to Torrid or American Eagle. My sister is plus size, and anytime I shop with her, I can see this is not a solution. American Eagle doesn't always supply plus sizes, and how inconvenient it is to always have to shop at Torrid.
Oh my god, your sister was inconvenienced? File a civil suit against American Eagle immediately. Call your congressman and tell them to draft new legislation. Make sure that American Eagle stores are legally required to carry a size 26 at all times. The fact that average people are still dealing with this amount of inconvenience in this day and age is honestly a tragedy. But the strange thing is, she clearly must have watched one of my videos on the fat acceptance movement invalidating and bullying people with BDD, but she took a hop, skip, and a leap right over that topic and went on to complain about Torrid. Okay.
This is total bull. And while I can go on to dissect your other bull arguments, I do not feel the need, as seeing this critique piece is not backed up by empirical evidence, merely fatphobic rhetoric.
Some of my talking points are based on evidence, and some are more opinion-based. But if saying that not finding clothes at American Eagle or Torrid does not constitute a lack of privilege is me spreading fatphobic rhetoric, then I'm okay with that. Bro, when you had that robot voice, I totally knew you were a girl by the way you typed and expressed yourself. LOL, why are y'all so emotional and long-winded? Well, bro, there's nothing wrong with being emotional. With that being said, you cannot say my videos are overly emotional or long-winded, especially my early videos. I'm gonna give this comment the big ol' stamp of misogyny. But wait, he wasn't done. He came back a few weeks later and commented, "Why do you talk like such a woman?" Bro, if you hate that I talk like such a long-winded, emotional woman, why do you keep watching my videos? Crawl back into whatever sad corner of the internet you came out of to make this comment and try to find some semblance of happiness.
Everything is wrong with this YouTube channel. Literal epitome of fatphobia, and everyone who watches and agrees with this dumb channel owner needs help. Imagine trying to justify fatphobia with health. This is humiliating, and y'all are cowards.
If you truly believe fatphobia is an issue, then my channel certainly would not be considered the epitome of fatphobia. I acknowledge that binge eating and food addiction are actual problems. I don't shame anyone for their body size, and I've never justified fatphobia on my channel, so I have no clue what you're talking about. If you think my channel is the worst of fatphobia, then you need to get some real problems. Buy some, rent some, dig for some, I don't know.
I've watched enough of your content to see it's thinly disguising your own hatred of fat. You and others feel the need to create channels encouraging others to join you in the judgment. There are so many positive creative expressions you could choose for your channel, yet you choose this garbage. And no matter how much logic you think you have, it's garbage. I've seen enough to realize that deep down inside, for you to put effort and energy into this type of content instead of something positive and uplifting, you are suffering in some way. Good luck to you.
I would definitely say I don't have the most uplifting content on the internet, but that doesn't make it bad. The anti-MLM community exists to prevent people from falling prey to scammy businesses. It's not the most positive topic to cover, but it does prevent people from getting harmed. I create videos to entertain people and to inform them about misinformation being spread surrounding obesity. It's not the most positive, but it is meant to help people. And thank you for acknowledging that I am in fact suffering, because I have to spend a significant amount of my life digging through TikToks for videos of people spreading lies about a very harmful and common health condition. So I appreciate that. Okay, we've made it to the last comment. This comment took me the out when I read it, and I'm very excited to share it with you guys.
Sorry, no. People who are not getting vaccinated are straining the healthcare system right now, which is kind of a moot point when you consider that most Americans can't afford healthcare anyway, regardless of their weight. Fat people are not the reason why I struggle obtaining medications.
The video they're talking about, I did say that obesity causes a strain on the medical system. This person said obesity isn't the reason they can't access medication. But not being able to access medication isn't the only way to judge if there's a strain on the medical system. A lot of hospitals throughout the United States are near max capacity right now, and when you look at the rates of people who are hospitalized because of COVID, the rates are disproportionately higher for people that are both unvaccinated and people with obesity. They're both risk factors, and they could both be contributing to a strain on the medical system.
Look, I agree that being extremely overweight is not healthy, and there is a lot of misinformation being spread by the fat acceptance community. But it always seems like the anti-fat acceptance people are more interested in shaming these people and dismissing them than actually providing actual info and helping people to get into a healthier lifestyle.
I don't shame anyone in my videos. And just because I don't provide a lot of information on how to be healthier, that doesn't mean what I'm doing is in vain. I can identify a problem and call it out without having all the answers on how to fix it. I shouldn't have to provide resources on how to become healthier to make my commentary more legitimate. And doing that, especially if I'm not a licensed professional to be giving health advice, could actually cause more harm than good.
While I can't answer whether or not fat people are oppressed, not fitting into society standards does cause a strain on one's mental health. And basically just saying, sure, people can be jerks, but get over it, is not helpful to people in their mental health, nor is it motivation to lose weight.
I don't know what video you watch, but I've never told people to just get over people being mean to them. I've said that you are simply not oppressed because people are mean to you. People could be made fun of for having acne, and that could definitely take a toll on someone's mental health, but they're not oppressed for having acne. My point is, you can complain about your problems and find healthy ways to cope with them without claiming oppression.
And sorry, but it seems like people like you are very willing to believe in things like science or systematic racism when it comes to putting these fat activists, especially white ones, in their place. Yet, while you may not personally, you seem to repeat a lot of the same talking points from the people who use these things to attack fat people with, but then deny the science of climate change, COVID, and claim that racism is largely over and that any unarmed black person that gets killed by the police somehow deserve it.
First of all, that may have been one whole sentence because I feel like I haven't breathed in forever. Second, I have no idea what this person is trying to say. I think they were saying that some people can be hypocritical with their beliefs, but then I think they implied that I'm not. So I don't know why they felt the need to add this section to their comment.
Especially COVID, because while yes, being fat is a medical risk when it comes to COVID, the reality is that the disease has taken down people that you would consider extremely healthy. They have died or suffered to the point where they are no longer healthy, but disabled.
I think this person just criticized people for making bad faith arguments, but then they turned around and they did the exact same things. Yes, the virus can cause serious damage to seemingly healthy people. Just like someone who's never smoked a day in their life can get lung cancer. But is that a reason to continue smoking just because some people that don't smoke could also get lung cancer? Nobody can live a healthy enough life that the chance of getting most diseases is 0%. But the point of living a healthy lifestyle is to get those percentages as close to zero as possible. It's about mitigating risks. And while the virus can cause serious problems for anyone, it's undeniable that you are at greater risk if you are obese. And saying that anyone could die of the virus seems like a way of skirting around that fact.
So are you really concerned about the health of fat people and the misinformation that is being spread? Or do you need to feel superior about yourself and you feel these people are more acceptable to shit on because they don't fit your standards of health?
Do I care about the health of most individual fat people? No, not really. But do I care that most people are properly informed about the health risks associated with obesity? Yes. Yes, I do. If someone knows the adverse health outcomes associated with being fat and they choose to remain fat, then I don't care. Live your life. But if someone chooses to remain fat because they were fed false information, then that is an uninformed decision, and I have a problem with that. I don't think any random stranger needs to live up to my standards for lifestyle or health, which is why I don't shit on anyone in my videos personally. I shit on their terrible arguments and the misinformation they spread. And if you truly believe that there is a lot of misinformation being spread in the fat acceptance community, I don't know why you would have a problem with that. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. I get a huge kick out of looking at a lot of my comments, and I thought you guys would enjoy it as well. But if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to like it, and I will see you in the next video.